In this video, we're going to learn where this hardworking Florida woman purchased her Italian home away from home.
How do you feel?
I'm excited, very excited, ready to get started on the remodel and go sit on the roof and look at the ocean and drink a glass of wine.
You know where it is?
My name's Jill Dempsey. I was born in Key West. I've lived in Florida almost all of my life, and I own a little real estate company in New Smyrna Beach, an hour east of Orlando. I always had a dream to come to Italy. I had never been here, but my dad's family is from Sicily, so my great-grandparents were born in Palermo.
Really nice here. The streets are crazy.
I had recently sold a commercial building and it was the top of the market there. I sold that building and I started looking at real estate over here. It was so much less expensive than it was in Florida that I decided to pursue it further. And I figured that there might be a good chance that I was going to have to do repairs or make improvements. So I Googled, does Italy have Home Depots? Up came a link of your YouTube channel. Clicked on that and we've been best friends ever since.
We're here, no?
I was interested in what I'd be able to find on auction, but I was also pretty specific about the type of property that I wanted. I wanted it to be in a high tourist location that would be in demand for short-term rentals. I looked in Sicily, which I loved. I looked in Ischia, which I loved. I really thought when I came that I would end up buying in Lecco on Lake Como, which I loved.
As she toured everything, it finally came down to a specific area, and she's found herself here in Liguria. Right behind the camera, you can I can see the sea right now. You can actually see the ocean behind me. If you'd like to support this channel, there's a few different ways. You can actually become a member of the channel. There's a button right below that just says join, and you can choose one of the levels, whether you're, just a supporter or whether you get access to these videos early and beyond. Is this door?
Yep.
All right, coming back down. That looks really, really heavy. You brought the keys, right?
Oh, no way.
Are they in the car?
Okay, you just keep pushing and I'm gonna start turning this.
Am I pushing or pulling?
While we try to get into the house, let's talk about the region. Liguria is a coastal region in North Italy which has a lot to offer. It claims the entire Mediterranean coast stretching from France's border all the way down to Tuscany. If you haven't heard of Liguria, you've most likely heard of one of its major cities at least. Genova, La Spezia, Savona, and Sanremo amongst others. Or maybe you've heard of Portofino? There was a time where a boat ride from Rapallo to Portofino was an annual tradition in my family. We visited Liguria a number of times. It is the closest beach access from our home near Milan after all. Nothing beats relaxing by the pool, under the Ligurian sun in this case. After some research, Jill decided that Cinque Terre National Park would be a great location to purchase her Italian home. Cinque Terre is located on the end of La Spezia and stretches towards Genova. Cinque Terre literally means 5 lands, and that makes sense since it is comprised of 5 iconic villages found scattered on Cinque Terre's coastline. Cinque Terre features colorful houses and a unique touristic experience, and it's no wonder millions of tourists visit the area each year. In addition to the 5 main cities accessible by train, there are a handful of other villages a bit higher up in the mountain that you can access by hiking or by car. Most of the high-priced real estate is located along the train's path.
She had to find that perfect place, and if I was to say what that perfect place was to her, it was 1, near the sea, 2, beautiful views, 3, wherever it was, needed to be able to rent it out in order to cash flow and in order to maintain it. And that's kind of been like her pattern in her investments over the years.
Since Florida is a bit of a commute from Cinque Terre, Jill asked me to check out a small village known as San Bernardino that sits a few hundred feet above sea level overlooking the 5 lands below, in hopes that it could be exactly what she was looking for while still maintaining a lower budget. Since it was summer, I threw my family in the car and turned a business trip into a camping trip. Luckily, we found a camping village on the east side of La Spezia in an area known as Sarzana. It even had a pool.
Are you guys going swimming?
Guarda Luca, c'è l'elicottero!
With the fun out of the way, it was time to head up to San Bernardino. From where we stayed, we'd have to pass through La Spezia. It would be my first time driving through the center. In my experience, the historical center of major cities is a place to be avoided when driving, especially in the summer months.
I don't want to drive to the historical center.
Look, it's not bad. I don't think it's compared to the, oh my gosh, look, the beach.
Squirrel!
I'd really like to avoid the historical center if you can get it on the map.
Just follow me.
Don't you remember that one time we were in Florence and we were following Google Maps and we just like drove straight through the limited traffic zone?
Oh my gosh, it was hell.
We drove literally bumper to bumper with pedestrians because we were the only ones that was driving through that area.
I don't think it's comparable to Florence, honestly. This is a totally different area. It feels more like Albania here right now, Valona city. Remember when we were there? Like, it's really nice actually. I like it. It's a nice city. It's a really, really nice city.
Is La Spezia bigger than Genoa?
Genoa is bigger than La Spezia.
Oh. Is it Genoa or Genova?
Well, it's Genova, but I don't know how you say it in English.
Which one is in Italian?
Genova. Genova.
So English would be Genoa.
I don't know, you know that.
I don't have a clue. I learned the names of the cities when I moved here. So I learned them from you.
After passing through La Spezia, you have a few options to reach San Bernardino: the coastal road or cutting around the pass and coming through the mountains. It was suggested I take the coastal road, since my experience driving through the hills behind San Remo and down on the Amalfi Coast has basically taken a few years off my remaining lifespan. I was pleasantly surprised by the lack of traffic and wide, well-maintained road that lay before me.
What is Liguria famous for then?
I think it's famous for the nature, of course, and the litorania.
These videos are from a real estate assistance trip I took to San Remo that I'll be sharing here on this channel in the future. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell under this video to be amongst the first to know when that video comes out. Back to Jill's story.
Yeah, so there are these little parcels that are all spread apart. For example, all of those terraces are split between probably 100 different parcels. Olives, grapes. That's the point. And so you have to pass over one property to get to the next property. Some of these places, it was an auction, 8,000 euros. And you could have 50 parcels spread throughout this area. And I'm sitting here going, is it even worth it? Because
no, it's
can
not.
I access the ones at the bottom?
No, but somebody is.
Right? So the people that live here understand how it works and understand where you can access these roads. Like those ones they wouldn't bother me, but down at the bottom of the cliff,
Right.
they were legitimately one of the parcels. There was the water, there was the beach, some rocks underneath, and then the terraces. And I was just...
Buying a lot in Cinque Terre is literally the definition of investing in scarcity. Have you ever dreamed of owning a bit of farmland overlooking the Mediterranean Sea? Let me know in the comments what you would do with a lot overlooking the sea.
Casey is saying we've been here before because these cities on the mountains are really similar to each other. These cities are beautiful. But down, what's under? Under there is Cinque Terre, right?
Well, we're right above Spiaggia, but it's way down there.
Siamo arrivati! Sì, siamo arrivati.
The rules of Cinque Terre are if you're a resident down there, if you have residency, then you can park a car down there. If not, you have to park somewhere else and take a bus in or a train in. So that's why it makes sense why people aren't driving through here all the time. If you have a place up here, you can park in this parking lot. There's not that many houses, so there's usually plenty of space. You can take these trails afterwards towards Vernazza, for example.
Vuoi anche tu, Luca? Tieni. Anche tu ne vuoi uno? Aspetta che adesso li troviamo.
Sono buoni questi fichi.
San Bernardino is a one-horse town which acts as a watering hole for passing hikers. With only a few dozen homes and a grand total of 6 registered residents, it doesn't take long to see the whole village. The best homes are located on the southern edge, featuring a sea view 1,250 feet above sea level. And you're about to tour one of them, as long as we can get the door open, that is.
Spingelo di nuovo e poi girare. Non c'è una maniglia?
Non c'è la maniglia?
No, è proprio bloccata.
L'hai bloccata di più, lo sai, ti ho visto.
Se io faccio qua, no, non basta.
While I try to get this door open, let's talk about... I'm just kidding, let's check out the house.
Wow!
Adesso siamo qui.
È andata! Amore, è un problema.
Questa è la chiave che serve.
La lasciamo qua come chiave. Sì. Vieni da disco, 10 anni che è chiusa. Ah, ok. Intorno alle porte perché non è mai stata scaldata, chiusa sempre. Cosa succede? Che la parte più vicina alla porta Sì, capisco. We need all of them. It's dark in here. Carina la scala.
Hai ragione.
Vieni qua perché lì c'è il muro e fai sta molto più bassa.
Ok.
Quindi su questo sei tutelato, però siccome le persone di paese
A questo punto non ci sono offerte o è sul mercato è poco tempo?
per non far volare le tegole, qua ci sono questa parte.
If I remember right, as cute as this house is for 110,000 euros, San Bernardino just didn't feel right in regards to the foot traffic Jill was looking for. Listen a moment to what Jill had to say about it.
If I was 20, maybe the one in San Bernardino, which had an incredible view, but I'm 61 and didn't feel like a 20-minute trek up the side of the mountain with 3 bags of groceries was going to be my cup of tea.
The perfect Cinque Terre house hunt would have to continue, but not for long. As luck would have it, Jill would discover her ideal Italian home at the bottom of the hill San Bernardino sits upon.
Between here and there, I really feel like this was the better
No question.
choice. Power should work, she said.
If you'd like to see inside, make sure to come back for the next episode of Jill's Cinque Terre adventure.
Entering for the first time.